Well, One Nation is the only political party that is fighting for Australians to actually own their own homes. You know, the dream is to own your own home. This foreign investment is just ridiculous where it's at now. I'm pleased to see that the Dutton coalition opposition is now picking up my policy. Although foreign investment for only 2 years, it's only put a hold for 2 years. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there should be an unlimited hold on it, and those foreign investors in Australia should have to sell up their properties after 2 to 3 years. It should be put on the market and sold. I'll tell you why. Because our dollar is down that much, and basically nearly half, well, it is half what it is in the UK. Then you've got, it's about 2/3 of what it's the euro, and then you've got the United States as well. So our dollar's down. So these people coming from overseas to buy properties here in Australia, it's not a level playing field. They're bringing in money that it's a lot to us. And in buying the properties here in Australia, they're actually increasing the price, supply and demand. If we're 650,000 houses short at the moment, why are we allowing foreign investors into the country? It's not about, you talk about foreign investment, and I'm talking about foreign ownership of our housing. Why is it called foreign investment? It shouldn't be. So all you're doing is driving up the price of the housing. It's supply and demand. And we'll see a lot of these people who are foreigners bidding on this housing. Foreign students should not be allowed to buy housing when in Australia doing their university courses here. Why are they allowed to? So stop it. The farming. Why are other countries way ahead of us, Canada or even New Zealand and other countries? They don't allow foreign ownership in their countries. Why are we allowing it here in Australia? I can't understand why, unless it means that the banks are driving up, it's driving it up, so therefore people have to borrow more. So who makes profits out of it is the interest rates that the banks get. And then another thing, state governments. Do you think state governments want to see their stamp duties go down? I don't think so. So therefore, follow the money. Who gets the money from all this? State governments plus also banks as well. Are we doing any favours for our own people? No, we're not. It was always the fact that people wanted their own home. Now they can't afford it. And to see so many people living in poverty on our streets or under the bridges or in tents or in cars, families and that type of thing. Now, the Labor Party says, oh, well, we've given you this wonderful opportunity. We're going to build 1.2 million homes over 5 years. Well, that was brought in 2 years ago. How many houses have been built? None. Not one. How much has it cost the taxpayer so far? Up to $50 million in administrative costs, not one house built. Didn't you get a bargain out of that, people? It's a great bargain for you, isn't it? And they're still roasting, like roosters out there crying about what they've done for the Australian people, which is nothing whatsoever. And then you talk about being able to build it. Well, I tell you, between 22 and 23, you brought in 737,000 migrants in the country. Only 51,605 have skills. Oh, you said we're bringing them in for their skills. Did you really? Only 51,605? And of that, only 1,800 were of the construction industry. So how much of a lie was that? Now, pie in the sky dream that you're telling people out there. You can't lie straight in bed, you mob. We have to change this. We can do it if you have the will. I don't know why you keep propping up foreign ownership of our housing and our farmland. The farming properties also. We had the one down in Tasmania. Chinese bought the dairying down there, 18,000 hectares, about 19,000 head of cattle, and they were actually milking it. I think they've gone bust now, but they were actually selling it up and getting $9 a litre for the milk. What they do is they have their minor companies which write up the cost of everything. Then they actually don't make profit, so they're not paying tax in this country either. And then they have offshore accounts. You've been really smart. The both of you have been. How smart have you guys been over the years? Your term in government. You have no idea how people are struggling, the cost of living. All they want is to be able to put a roof over their head, and you are denying them that right of owning their own home. Stop foreign ownership of our housing and farmland. Hear, hear.